Hello, I want to welcome each and every one of you to Bucket Farms. Thank you for clicking this button. Thank you for taking time and watching this video. Here we just want to learn a few things that we as farmers, mainly the goats and the sheep farmers, can do to ensure that we are successful in each and every endeavor that we do. Because I know that each and every farmer, you set out to be successful. There is no farmer that you set out to fail. No farmer, even if you're a large-scale farmer or a small-scale farmer, each and every one of us has to succeed. So basically, the most important things, we'll just start with the basic things, and then I'll tell you what's in my bag here. We'll finish with that. We'll start with the most basic things that you need to be successful. Basically, you need the animals. If they are goats, you need the goats. If they are sheep, you need your animals. You need good animals, well-bred animals, animals that are not inbred. That's basically the first step that you as a farmer should have. You should have very good animals. 2, have a comfortable structure for your animal. Some people propose a raised structure, some people just propose a normal structure. Basically, this depends on the cost, because a raised structure will be more costly than just a normal structure. So basically, that depends on you as a farmer. Do you have the cost to cover the raised structure, or just invest in a simple house? Because basically, goats just require a place where they shelter from direct rain, from direct sun. When the sun is far too hot, they just require that. Sheep the same. So basically, after you do have these basic things, shelter, you have the animals, you also need to have this knowledge or know-how on how you are going to address day-to-day challenges for you as a farmer. The first challenge is ticks. Now, ticks are very serious, are a very serious problem. So you as a farmer have to initially have a strategy. How are you going to deal with this? Are you going to spray? Are you going to dip your animals? What are you going to do to ensure that you eradicate ticks, and to ensure that ticks do not destroy your stock? Because ticks can basically kill your livestock. So that's the very first thing. The very second thing is worms. Worms are a very dangerous bacteria, something like that. If not know, maybe I'll know how to classify them. Parasite, let's call them a parasite. A very dangerous parasite. Now, worms, first of all, they cause your animals not to gain weight the way they should. They also reduce your animals' growth rate. They also impact on their feeding. So basically, you have to do that. Now, you have to decide. Like, for example, with this small flock, because I have a very small flock, local sheep, I intend to get a doper, which I will use to just breed them and bring up the breed. But that's basically, I'll basically be doing it after I'm done with my goats. After my goats are well, then I'll focus on the sheep. So basically, for this sheep, what I basically do is that I do deworm them every after 3 months. So you as a farmer can have a schedule, whether it's 2 months. I do this because they feed in a controlled environment. They do not interact with other animals. They just feed in the compound alone. They do not go out, they do not interact with any other goats. So basically, I do deworm them each and every 3 months. Now, for deworming, we have a number of products or drugs. There are drugs that are called drenches, like this one. Now, basically, this causes diarrhea because your animal just breaks out. out like this one. Now, if you're just normal deworming, personally I do use this. I'm not endorsing any brand, but basically the good thing about having this is that I can be able to use this product for like 6 months, just deworming my 10 sheep and like 10 other goats. So like those are like 20. So each and every 3 months I can use this drug for like 6 months. You see, this cost effective, and I can also be able to personally do it. So you as a farmer have to learn. You have to learn how to deworm your animal, because basically deworming is very simple, very simple, and each and every farmer has to learn to do that. So basically we just have to follow the instructions. Like here they say that for sheep and goats 10 to 20 kg 5 ml, 21 to 30 8 ml, 31 to 40 12 ml, and you have your own syringe. So you just measure that according to the estimated weight of your animals, and you do administer your drug. So that's very simple. So basically you need this, you need a couple of syringes that maybe you just clean. This will not be used maybe for injection, because injection you need new and unused syringes. Now let's come to another thing. You as a farmer, because in a farm accidents do happen, because maybe we have fences that have barbed wire, we have fences that do have iron sheets. Your animals may be cut, your animals may be injured, and you need to administer first aid before even calling in a veterinary. How are you going to do that? You need drugs. You need like this drug. You can find it in a veterinary shop. It's called Alamycin, and I've said I'm not endorsing any product. Now this is used to treat these wounds, yeah, because it just enables them to dry out very fast. So basically that's a fast before you can even go in and call a veterinary, or they can just be sufficient, because personally I've been using this and it's sufficient. So for you as a farmer, you have to have drugs for deworming. You have to have standby drugs that can be used to treat your animals whenever they are wounded in your farm, because if you do not have that, you have a chance of losing your animals. Let's say for example that your veterinary is at another held up in another farm. What are you going to do? Or if it's at night and your farm is too far, what are you going to do? So basically you need to have these drugs, and for each and every farmer you need to have such a bag, because you see this bag is very good, because you can be able to store all your drugs in it. You can see, you can be able to just store all your drugs in it. We have this, we have this, we have this. This can all be stored here, and you can also be able to carry it. Now, so basically you can be able to just react to each and every situation. Now I would like to touch on some of the diseases that do affect farms. I've touched on one. I've touched on injuries. Now I'd like to touch on foot rot. Maybe the cameraman can just pan the back. Let's look at that sheep. The one that's limping. You can see that the one that's limping. Now it's getting better. Now we had a very severe case of foot rot in the farm. Now foot rot is basically caused by too much moisture, because we had so much rain falling in that period. Cameraman can just come close. You can see the hose. So basically foot rot is caused by too much moisture, because at that time we have rain non-stop, in the mornings, in the evenings, each and every day. So basically, there was no time to dry the fields or their bedding. So basically, that is disaster. Now, how are you going to deal with foot rot for you as a farmer? Basically, you need iodine. Iodine does wonders when it comes to the foot rot, because basically it just like dries that region. And I've also discovered that this drug that I also do use, I also have been using for these things, can also be very effective for foot rot. So if you're having a case of foot rot in the farm, you can also be using this drug. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because these things will happen to your farm. They will happen because they happen to each and every farm. So basically, there's need for you to be prepared. We also have other diseases that are caused by insufficient feeds or lack of quality feeds. The white muscle disease that causes stiffness and numbness. Now that we also can you can supplement vitamins into your animals, the diet of animals. You can ensure that your animals will get these supplements. Another thing that you should ensure you do have, you should also have this salt mix, because that's a very good source of calcium for your animal. So I've tried just to touch on some of the few things that you as a farmer should be able to have. All round things that you as a farmer should be able to have to ensure that your animals live in a safe, good environment, and to ensure that you as a farmer are successful in your farming endeavor. So I just want to wish you the very best in each and everything that you do in your projects for this year, and be blessed. Thank you.